Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Brief with the Osaliki. The New York Times did a very thorough analysis of the videos leading to the fatal shooting of Alex Pretti, and I like for us to go over it since there's many folks out there who still um, have the narrative of Christy Noem and this other that guy who actually I believe it was already taken out of its position precisely because for not respecting citizens in Minnesota. So let's get to this video. Let's go over the analysis that was done by the New York Times, and see what it says. So, new video analysis reveals flawed and fatal decisions in shooting of Alex Pretti. But we already know that. Judging by the video that's been playing on social media, video we've all watched, we've known that there was very poor decision making. Federal law enforcement were not in control of the situation. Not only that, they were not in control of themselves. They were just out in the wild, wild west shooting an Alex Pretti, unfortunately killing him. So let's take a listen.
When federal agents shot and killed 37-year-old Alex Pretti in Minneapolis on Saturday, officials said he approached agents with a handgun intending to massacre them.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
But a Times analysis of video footage from the scene and the moments when two officers opened fire clearly contradict federal government statements. Pretti does not appear to pose a threat to agents. In fact, at several critical junctures, he's outnumbered and under their control. Here are the key moments that reveal what happened. We see Pretti walking.
This is highly important because the New York Times has videos we have not seen. Videos of the different angles of the situation where it tells a much better story of what actually happened prior to the shooting of Alex Pretti.
About filming a group of protesters who are speaking with a federal agent. He's holding a cell phone in one hand. The other hand is empty. It's just over 30 seconds before the shooting when a protester is pushed to the ground. Pretti steps between her and the agent who'd shoved her, briefly putting his hand on the agent's waist. The agent pepper sprays Pretti's face. We can see Pretti is still holding his phone in one hand, while holding his other hand up to protect himself against the spray.
Stop here for a moment because I mentioned that on the video that I did, talking about what just happened, because I have the same videos. The only video I do not have is the prior video that was played by New York Times, where it shows clearly that Alex Pretti in no way was instigating, was agitating. He was clearly just observing what was happening in the surrounding areas, what was going on with ICE. But at no point in time, he was a threat to the law enforcement agents. Here we could see that Alex is actually protecting himself from the ICE agent who is actually spraying him in the face.
Contrary to statements by federal officials, he's made no threatening movements towards agents. Pretti, who had a firearms permit, carries a gun holstered on his right hip, but he doesn't reach for it, and it appears agents are unaware the gun is even there. He reaches toward the protester, apparently trying to help her up, while agents begin grabbing him from behind. He tries to pull away, and again, he makes no threatening movements towards the agents. But agents pull him backwards and force him to the ground. Then, shots ring out. Now we'll slow things down so each moment is clear. Here is Pretti. Several agents are restraining him, And this is the Border Patrol agent who will shoot him first. This appears to be when agents first notice that Pretti is carrying a firearm and yell that he has a gun. Watching the same moment from a different angle, the agent who first pepper sprayed Pretti beats him several times with the spray canister. We can see that both of Pretti's arms are pinned down by his head. This agent in gray reaches to remove Pretti's weapon from his hip. As this agent unholsters his gun, nudges the agent in gray out of the way, and fires. Let's rewind and focus on the agent who shoots first.
Before we continue with the video, we can see clearly that Alex posed no threat to ICE agents. He is on the floor. There are several ICE agents attacking ICE agent, trying to neutralize him. But in no way Alex tries to, we do not see on the videos, Alex trying to reach to his gun or trying to in any way hit any ICE agent at all, anything. He's on the floor. He is pinned down to the floor. Let's continue to watch because this is highly important. These angles are incredible and they tell a much better picture. They paint a much better picture of what was happening.
Just seconds before he fired, he was facing away from Pretti and focusing on an entirely different situation as he tries to spray a nearby woman with an irritant. The spray appears to malfunction and the agent turns as he adjusts it. That's when someone yells that Pretti has a gun. And around 5 seconds after fully turning his attention toward Pretti, the agent draws his weapon and shoots. His arm visibly recoils at the first shot.
At the same time, we have the other agent in gray with a gray jacket running away, and he goes to the other side of the street with the gun in hand.
The firearm has clearly been removed from the scrum when the first shots are fired toward Pretti at close range. The officer who disarmed Pretti can be seen reacting to the sound of the first.
Here we see him, the agent in the gray, just running away with the gun on hand. That's Alex Pretti's gun. We already have a shot, one shot on Alex. And Alex is not armed. He's not posing a threat to these ICE agents.
First shot, looking back toward the skirmish. The shooter was standing behind Pretti and not under direct threat, contradicting statements from Homeland Security officials that he fired defensive shots. He also has a vantage point to see the gun pulled from the scene, but it's unclear if he did and whether he thought a weapon was still on Pretti. He then fires 3 more shots from behind Pretti, whose arms are down as he appears to brace himself against the pavement. In one hand, he still holds his phone, and in his other, his glasses. The agent in gray who removed Pretti's gun carries it across the street. Pretti is disarmed and falling to the ground. But the agent who first pepper sprayed Pretti and later beat him with a canister also pulls out his gun. From a distance, despite the fact that Pretti is lying motionless on the ground, these 2 agents fire 6 more shots. Neither is under threat.
And then the third one.
What the fuck did you just do?
In total, the agents fire 10 shots in 5 seconds. After the shooting, an agent kneeling next to Pretti's body asks where the gun is.
I got the gun.
Showing that not all of the officers seemed to know the weapon had been removed. Agents appear to begin giving medical aid. About 31 seconds elapsed from the time agents first physically engaged Pretti to the moment the last shot was fired.
We can clearly see that Alex Pretti at no point in time was a threat to ICE agents. However, we can see clearly that the ICE agents just shot Alex. They just reacted in such blatant way toward a man who was pinned down to the floor, had been beaten, shoved, hit with a canister, sprayed on the floor, defenseless. And for Secretary of Defense Kristi Noem going on national television, calling Alex Pretti an agitator, a criminal, and I don't know how many other words she used to lie to the American people on TV. We want justice for Renee Nicole Good. We want justice for Alex Pretti. We want justice for anyone who has been hurt by ICE. We live here. Please comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Support the channel, and see you on the next one.